What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life. On today's video, we're going to be driving through Sarasota at 4 a.m. We are now south of Sarasota on US 41. It is a Saturday night, and I'm going to drive you guys through Sarasota to see what exactly is going on in Sarasota at 4 a.m. There's still a rattling noise in the back that I haven't figured out what the crap it is, but we'll eventually know what it is. Just have to deal with that. Let's go. 4 a.m. We're in the area of Vamo, I believe, or Vamo. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's south of Sarasota. US 41. It's now 3:59 a.m. So practically 4 a.m. And we're heading northbound on 41. Now, this drive may take you a very long time on a weekday with traffic, but at 4 a.m., if we hit nothing but green lights, it shouldn't take long to drive clear through town. I don't know what route we're going to take. We're heading towards Lakewood Ranch, where I live. My last Uber driver, passenger, was in this area, so I dropped him off over here. So we're just heading back now. Getting back home. I can't believe I ended up this far south, but I guess Saturday night isn't as good. Usually on Friday nights you can still get rides at 4 in the morning, but today it's kind of all shut down. Lots of car dealerships here. There's a Kia. There is something rattling in the back seat. I have tried figuring out what the crap it is, and I have no idea what it is. I'll have to take some time and figure out exactly what the rattling noise is back there. I know it's annoying. But if you ever wonder what the crap Sarasota looks like at 4 in the morning on a Saturday, here you go. Leader's Furniture Store right there. Leader's is, there's one in North Naples. I think there's one in Boca. They're all over the place. There's a Subaru dealership. 2 lanes so far. Here's a Volvo dealership. So a lot of car dealerships on the southern tip of Sarasota. Lots of good Mexican restaurants on this end of town. We ate at one earlier today. Toyota dealership. Honda dealership. I think it's the seatbelt thingy, but what difference? Anything I can do to get rid of that noise, it's kind of annoying. But I'm kind of tired. I've been driving Uber since around 11:30, midnight. Actually, no, not even. I think I started about 12:30. I started pretty late today. I was kind of tired. Here's a Mazda dealership. And here's a car rental place. It's 2 lanes here. I guess they're going to make it 3 lanes soon. This part of South Sarasota is pretty nice. Lots of dealerships and commercial stuff. There's a Suzuki dealership. I didn't even know they were still around, unless they're selling they don't have to worry about their cars getting stolen. There's no lights at the Suzuki dealership. It's just totally dark, but nobody's going to steal a Suzuki anyway, so what's the big deal? I guess this is a southern end of Siesta Key. I was actually hoping that this last person, you know, I saw the address was close to the water and it was coming from downtown, so I figured, okay, rich person getting out of a bar. Well, at 4 a.m., it's actually the bartender getting out of the bar. So, yeah, it didn't really work out the way I thought it would. I'm trying to stay away from working class commuters and just do tourists, hotels, stuff like that, because the tips are tremendously better. And the experience is better too. The only boring customer that I had tonight was the commuter. So everybody else was incredible. I mean, people leaving weddings, people leaving parties. There must have been a few big weddings in town, because there was a few people leaving weddings. Not sure if it was just all the same wedding or different ones. But then there were some promiscuous folks. Can't really elaborate on that. But it's incredible how people will have a conversation in front of a complete stranger about their life. and the things they do late at night. Unbelievable. Couldn't believe the things I hear. But, well, it is what it is. You have to respect people's privacy, so what you gonna do? Am I still on 41? I don't really do too much in South Sarasota. Now, with this Ubering thing, I'm starting to end up on this side of town a lot because it's better to end up over here than it is to end up in Bradenton. So I've been taking trips south out of downtown, put me on the islands and stuff, Longboat Key. I'm trying to avoid areas where people don't tip, you know. 3 lanes now. Here's a high rise. Oh, dude, there's not a single line on either one of those buildings. 2 high-rise buildings. There's not a single light on either one of them. There's lights on this side, but on the back side, there's none. Not a single line on it. It's like you can barely even see the building. So now we're coming up off the south side of Sarasota. Now, Sarasota is a Spanish word for Sarah and soda. Sarah drank a soda. It probably was Saratoga or Sarasota with a Z, but it eventually became an S. Almost positive that Sarasota would have been Sarasota with some Z's instead of some S's, the way the Spaniards would have said it back in the day. Siesta Key is also a Spanish name. Siesta means like to sleep or something in Spanish. Now we're talking like Spain Spanish, not the Spanish that I speak Cuban Spanish. We're like, ¿qué vuelta hacer? Oh, pero que lo que mi tigre, eso no es cubano. Like, you know, they don't speak like that. That's at Rincon Toluca, great Mexican restaurant here in southern Sarasota. But anyways, in real Spanish, siesta, that's not a word used in common Spanish. It's more of a fairy tale Spanish. But in Spain, they still, I think, do a siesta, but that's a European thing. It's not a Latin American thing. Like that squeaky noise in the back there. But siesta means to sleep. A lot of these towns here have Spanish names. Venice is Italian, of course. DeSoto is Conquistador. Just a lot of these towns have Spanish names. I think Port Charlotte is it's a English name, but it's for a Spanish or English queen or something. I can't remember. But Punta Gorda obviously is Spanish, which means the fat point, which also sounds like a fat hooker. If you take the N away from Punta Gorda, it would be fat hooker. I've never seen a fat hooker in Punta Gorda, but obviously that's a Spanish name. Naples, Italian as well. Now Fort Myers was originally a Union fort. A lot of people don't know that. You see all these people from Fort Myers with their rebel flags. Now from Fort Myers. Yeah, Fort Myers was a Union fort, if you didn't know. A lot of people don't know that. Fort Myers was a Union fort. Yep. Look it up if you don't believe me. And then, Fort Myers was founded by a Cuban. Well, a Spaniard, but I call him Cuba because he lived in Cuba. And he would have been considered a Cuban back then when he moved here. But even his own descendants get offended. Oh, dude, he was a Spaniard. No, he wasn't a Spaniard. A Cuban man, he came from Cuba. Makes him a Cuban. At some point, we might drive through some sketchy neighborhoods. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. Sometimes I don't want to. I like living. You know what I'm saying? We did it with the Bradenton video, but what a crapshoot. The difference between Bradenton and Sarasota at night is like night and day. Sarasota is just a nicer city. Like, late at night here, it's just taxis driving around, Ubers and stuff, you know? different environment. I had a yawn, so that was necessary. You heard me? There's no other way to yawn except like that. If you don't yawn like that, you're just missing out on life. Saba Plaza. Saba Plaza. La Plaza de Saba. Estaba. Tampa is I have no idea what the crap Tampa means. But Tampa was founded by Italians and Cubans, especially the Ybor City part. Founded by Cuba, man. Now, we're not going to drive through downtown. If we went that way, we get to see the skyline and all that. Well, you guys have seen that on our channel. You guys don't want to see that. You guys have already seen that on our channel more than once, so you guys know it's down that way. We're not going for the scenic route. We're just trying to get me home. And then I want to stay on 41 so you guys can see what it's like to drive through Sarasota. Now, I noticed a few homeless people, like around 3:30 when the bars closed, and they walked into downtown after the bars closed. So I'm gonna guess music or something playing. Maybe it's that truck over there. I'm going to guess, if I'm not mistaken, that what I saw was homeless people. I guess they are not allowed to be in downtown when people are there. So once people clear out, then they're allowed to come back and sleep. So I think what I saw was homeless people commuting into downtown after the tourists left. That truck sounds awful. Oh, it's blasting music. Okay, I was like, what is that awful noise? Maybe their truck just... No, it just sounds awful. The truck sounds hideous, man. Let's get it past it. No, we don't have to hear it. So now you are in north of downtown, and around here it kind of gets sketchy quickly. There's a Popeyes, and then there's a Martin Luther King around here somewhere. 10th Street. I think we're getting close to Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is interesting because I've been through here at 4 in the morning. There's people hanging out. Let's see if there's people hanging out at Martin Luther King at 4 in the morning on a Saturday. We'll see. There might be. I'm not sure. There's a Spanish nightclub here. Picked up a few people from there. Now this area here is kind of high crime. You can tell because the police have the whatever the crap that thing's called, like where they put the little trailer with the lights. Now they'll put a camera on that thing, and that camera can see miles away. I don't know if you guys realize it. Like those little trailers right there with the police lights, they can see for miles. I'm not sure if it's left or right to get into Martin Luther King. I think we're getting close to MLK. I'm not sure. I think it's gonna be to the left. This is 41. Oh no, we're on 301, so yeah, it'll be to the left. Okay. But this is a really, around here, this is kind of more of a high crime area. Nothing near as bad as Bradenton, but still high crime and stuff like that. There's people on bicycles and stuff over here on the left. Here's Martin Luther King right here. I think we're on 301 right now. Get back on 41. The reason I did get off of 41, my bad. Yeah, I didn't realize that. And I did get off of 41. We'll get back on 41. How about that? Be a lot quicker to get home if I went on 301, but I'm trying to show you guys what Sarasota looks like at night. Now 4 a.m. I don't know if there's people that work on Sunday. Well, I say Saturday night. I mean it's already Sunday technically, by the way. But you get the idea. I don't know if people work on Sundays, but this is Martin Luther King. Let's see if there's people hanging out at 4 a.m. Oh, there are. Okay. There's people here. On bicycles and stuff. Okay. Wow. There's actually people hanging out here at 4 a.m. Not many, just a few here and quieter than I thought it would be. I guess Friday night was more active. Some homeless people here and there. People sleeping on the sidewalk right there. Oh, just one of those bicycle things. There are people just sleeping on the sidewalk randomly though. And then they made it nicer down this way. Now, if we get adventurous, we can get off of Martin Luther King and hit some of these back streets. But this is just a really crappy area to be at night, to be honest. But this is the staging area for Uber drivers here. Let's see what's going on. But it gets really sketchy once you head over towards Braden. There's a car on a ditch. Looks like they crashed. It's always something around here. But this is like the staging area. There's an empty lot over there for staging for Ubers and stuff. I'll be able to get in here. I don't know if they're going to let me get in there or not. Probably not. Let's see how close I can get. While not looking illegitimate. Got all these cops here. But yeah, it's like as soon as you enter Bradenton, like University separates Manatee from Manatee. The Manatee line, Manatee Sarasota line, I think is University for most of it. Are you gonna be able to leave through here? Nope, you're not gonna leave through here. So there's just a random car crashed over there. Show you guys real quick. There's just a car crash, and then there's like 4 people hanging out by the road here. But yeah, you didn't see any cops anywhere in Sarasota, and then you just when you pass University, and you enter I think Manatee County around here somewhere, and then it just goes to crap. Just goes to crap. Just pretend like I'm doing something important here. These are Manatee County cops or Sarasota? That would be the thing. I think this is still Sarasota. Yeah, because the last time I saw somebody get arrested here was in Sarasota. So we're still in the Sarasota line here. We're still in Sarasota. This car just kind of like ran off the road here. Oh, 2 cars. Okay. They crashed by the airport. Okay. Let's get going. There was another crash here yesterday. I think yesterday's crash was fatal, from what the people were saying on the side of the road. I don't know if it was accurate or not. On the side of the road, said somebody had got killed. But I think the Manatee Sarasota line is right around here. So this is the Sarasota Bradenton airport right here on the right. Let's ride through Bradenton again. Now we're not going to do the whole tour of Bradenton. We're just going to slide through Bradenton on the main roads heading back towards Lakewood Ranch, because I think the Manatee County line is right up ahead. So this is still Sarasota, but there's a part of Sarasota that is in Manatee County. I don't know if you guys knew that. You can actually live in Manatee County and have a Sarasota city address. There's a sign right there. So now you're entering Manatee County. No, that's not what that was. Somewhere around here. The Deluxe Inn. What a great place to stay. I've heard great reviews from bedbugs and hookers. And bedbugs that were on a hooker. It's great. Type of place you just stay there with your family and all have a good time. Okay, so now I think we're still not in Manatee County, technically. This might all be part of Sarasota here. I think because of the airport, there's one chunk of somewhere around here is the line. want to show you guys the difference between like once you're like right around here, you'll break off between Sarasota and Branson, and you'll see the difference between what we just saw at Sarasota versus Branson. You'll see that Branson has a lot more crime, and just it's a complete madhouse. Whitfield, so wow. Oh my, was that car going fast? I thought I was going to go to the red light. Here's another Charger. I think these guys are going to race. Whoa, that car was going so freaking fast. I think they're going to race off this light. Let's see if they do it. Dude, that car was going so fast. Are they going to stop? Are they going to stop? What's going on here? Oh, they're screaming at each other. What's going on here? Are these guys going at each other? Very aggressive. What are they doing? Are they like...